Elias was a man of measurements. In his world, things were either level or they were broken. As a lead project manager for high-end residential builds, he spent 54 hours a week ensuring that every granite slab was seamless and every cabinet was hung with mathematical perfection. He was currently obsessed with his masterpiece, a total reconfiguration of his own home's kitchen. He'd imported marine plywood for the carcasses and spent months tracking down a specific vein of Italian marble. He told himself this was for his wife, Sarah. He told himself that a perfect home was the ultimate I love you. But Sarah didn't want marble. She wanted the man who used to sit at the old chipped wooden table and actually listen to her day. To fund the renovation, Elias had taken on extra shifts and started a side hustle. He was a ghost in his own hallways. His 2 young boys would stand in the doorway of the garage, clutching toy trucks, hoping for a catch in the yard. Elias would just point to the danger construction zone sign and tell them, "Soon, boys, once the masterpiece is finished." One Tuesday, the rain was relentless. A rhythmic drumming on the garage's corrugated metal roof. Sarah walked in, her face pale. She tried to speak, but the scream of the table saw drowned her out. Elias didn't look up. He just signaled 5 more minutes with his hand. Those 5 minutes turned into 2 hours. When he finally walked into the house, the lights were off. There was a single envelope on the old, scarred kitchen island, the one he was planning to tear out the next morning. The report wasn't for Sarah. It was for Elias. A routine physical he'd ignored for months had flagged something critical. But that wasn't the twist. The twist was the note Sarah had handwritten on the back of the report. It read, "I went to the doctor to get the results you were too busy to pick up. They told me you've been running on an empty tank for so long your heart is literally failing. I don't want a stainless steel kitchen, Elias. I want a husband who is alive to eat in it. I asked God for a sign to stop you before you collapsed. I didn't think the sign would be this." Elias realized he had spent his life building a temple for his ego and calling it a gift for his family. He had optimized his career, his house, but he had neglected the only foundation that mattered. He bowed his head and did something he hadn't done since he was a child. He spoke to the master builder. "Lord," he whispered, "I've spent so much time leveling the floors that I didn't realize the roof was caving in. Help me rebuild the things that don't have a price tag." In that silence, he didn't hear a booming voice. He felt a profound, heavy peace, a realization that his value wasn't in his 54-hour work week or his technical certifications. It was in the eyes of the 2 boys sleeping upstairs. True success isn't about the materials you use, it's about the memories you house. Elias still worked hard, but he learned to leave the masterpiece at the job site. He realized that God doesn't judge us by the height of the skyscrapers we build, but by the depth of the love we leave behind. We think we are the architects of our lives. We think we have the blueprints for the next 30 years. But there is a higher power who sees the structural integrity of our souls when we are too blind to notice the rot. Today, look at your own blueprints. Are you building a life, or are you just building a career? Don't wait for a structural failure to realize what's truly holding you up.